Welcome back to Billins World.
What's up, YouTube? Today's episode, man, let's take it back a little bit here. First of all, RIP to Mac Miller. Today's episode, we're going on, a mixtape that put me on to Mac Miller, K.I.D.S, kicking incredibly dope shit. Released in 2010, it got commercially released in 2020, bringing it to streaming platforms, which I was very excited about. Because, for years you had because this was a Dat Piff release, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And this was actually his fourth mixtape. But like I had previously said, this put me on the Mac Miller. And from here on out, man, it was, man, and it would, excuse me, Mac did really show out, you know, while he was alive, definitely to put out, you know, fair amount of projects. You know what I mean? Like I said, this was really his fourth mixtape, and definitely inspired. This is definitely inspired by the movie. It was a 1995 movie called Kids.
Mm-hmm.
And
If you ever seen that movie, that shit how you petrified to have sex for the rest of your life.
hey. But today, man, we reflect on Pittsburgh's own. I believe he went to high school as well with Wiz Khalifa and everything. His previous rap name was Easy Mac and all, but man, and I say this has to be maybe this is a classic or tragic episode, and this is definitely classic, man. Cause put it like this: if this album was, like I said, this didn't hit the streaming platforms till 2020, and you would have to probably like go, you know, a little out your way to get this music, get these songs on here. These some of his best songs on here from his catalog. And man,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
timeless to me, definitely from man, so many good dope tracks on here.
Yeah, 'cause this had one of his key tracks on it. Nike's on my feet.
Wow, absolutely. That sample, even if you want to look up, I believe it was a song called "The Sweetest Pain." That's sampled this track, and of course the Nas ad lib and everything from Illmatic and all. So
Mm-hmm.
man, it worked. It worked wonders. That's an incredible track. Nice inspirational, feel good track. Nike's on my feet. Definitely one of the top ones on this album. Mixtape, whatever you want to call it. Mac Miller, Kids.
You know, technically they label it a mixtape.
Yeah. Because basically bringing it to the streaming platforms in 2020, was the considered to be the commercial release. Yeah.
Alright, so let's give it the rundown. We already did Nike's on our feet, so we're going to skip that when we get to that one. We got the intro, which is kicking incredibly dope shit. Right after the intro, we jump right into the song Outside. How do you feel about Outside?
I fucks with that one. Definitely.
After Outside, we got Get 'Em Up.
Hey man, another one that I definitely fucks with. This damn near is almost no, probably too soon to say, but almost like no skips on this joint right here. You know.
And then you got the classic track Nike's on the feet that we talked about already.
Yes.
Senior Skip Day right after that's right after Nike's on my feet.
Hey, another one, man, that was in heavy rotation and all. Even I came across other people before that played that track as well, quite often. So through the years, because it's like, damn, this already is about what 12 years since this dropped, and still sounds damn, still
Yeah,
sounds new to
this
me.
this
you
originally
know,
dropped 2010, right?
yeah, 2010 was
So
whenever
for the
it dropped.
years.
Yeah. And I gotta say though, what led to me, because can't stress enough how this was my introduction to Mac. R.I.P. once again. Um, I believe, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it was a time where MTV was playing videos, and they was at one point doing countdowns on Sundays for like top 20 videos and all that. This might have been the end of that little era right there. It might have been on MTV2, whatever. And I believe it was DJ Envy, salute to DJ Envy, shout out the whole Queens, all that. And I believe he said one of his kids' teachers put him onto it, and he thought it was, with the name Mac Miller, it was a black guy, and he ended up finding out it was a white guy and all. And this was why I believe when Kids was had just dropped and all, and I was like, like, and then hey, I got my ear on a couple of them tracks and all, and it was up from there. To make it to Billings World, you have to, you know, to have, to make it to Billings World and everything, have to have a special place in my heart with all for hip hop and all that worldwide. And hey, man, this is why we're discussing this today. So now, but yeah, go on.
Alright, so right after that, we're getting into spins.
Hey, another one, man. That Mac did his thing on that one.
It's crazy to me that they only got a star on the spins on it. You know how Apple does the whole star on all the good tracks. There's only like one track on here with a star. That's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Don't Mind If I Do is right after the spins.
Hey, another good one there. About 2 minute track. Well, so was the other.
Track 8, you got Paper Route with Chevy Woods,
Hey,
fellow Pittsburgh native.
salute to Chevy Woods. Shout out Pittsburgh first off too as well. Well, if I didn't say already, and all. Yeah, another dope one there. It worked and everything. And notice how this album didn't have too many features. That's why it's very impressive as well. Not saying you can't have a good project with features, but I felt, that's why I really give I have to really give credit when credit's due. But, shoot, and for not having features all over the place and everything, especially when, let's be real, this is still the up and coming phase for Mac. He wasn't really on the commercial route just yet. This was still mixtape era for Mac Miller. So
Well,
yeah,
I think him and Wiz was both on the they both were on the same label, Rostrum Records. So was Chevy
Yeah.
Woods. So that's probably why Chevy is the only feature on this album. They were definitely label mates on the independent record label, Rostrum Records. Both doing their thing at the same time. Excuse me, too. Wiz and Mac. Around this time, I think Wiz had dropped. This is 2010. I think Cushion Orange Juice. If it wasn't Cushion Orange Juice, it was the one before that. The Thrill or some shit like that. No. Burn After Rolling. Burn After Rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Good Evening right after Paper Route.
Hey man, I fucks with that one as well.
Then you got Right Around right after that.
Yeah, another one, and it's definitely like it might sound so simple, but yeah, right around with that joint playing and all. So yeah,
So you got Knock Knock after that.
pretty fair track and everything.
Alright, so let's switch it up a little bit. So other than like Nike on My Feet, Senior Skip Day and stuff like that, the beats on this, how you feel about the beats on this album? The
Hey.
production.
Me as a music, hip hop head, music head, all that, beats is always made a major key and all, and I'm very impressed by the beats on here.
Yeah, I don't
And,
think he had any big production. Nobody big and nobody like that. Like probably like independent producers. Matter of fact, I think Mac make his own beats, don't
He does, but this album did have a lot of underground production, and
Yeah,
I was eventually gonna get to you're pretty soon you're gonna come up to a track where I'm gonna elaborate more on production, but for the most part, this project had underground production and all, but and even like I said, the samples and everything was definitely dope. That always is a wonderful part of music and all.
Mad Flavor Heavy Flow Interlude.
Hey, it's about just 30 seconds long, so little in
Track-
between time.
Track 13, Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza. That's a dope title.
Absolutely, man. And another one of the top bangers on this track. And we mentioned before producers. We have a heavy hitter on the production for this track, Lord Finesse out of the Bronx, digging in the crates crew. I believe Lord Finesse produced Big Suicidal Thoughts. So come on,
Oh,
man.
that's dope.
So shout out to Lord Finesse, man.
Okay, after that we got All I Want Is You.
Man, I done played the shit out of this track. This track is what probably got me to be like, I gotta get this album because like remember this was that Piff release and it wasn't as easy to get your hands on and everything for a
Nah,
long
that
time.
Piff made you do all types of shit
Yeah.
to get the album.
So All I Want Is You is dope and listen carefully. It's the same beat as or, sample whatever as Jay-Z's track Regrets. So that's definitely a dope Regrets, yeah. From Reasonable Doubt. And I felt that was lit.
Alright, so you got track
was dope.
15
Excellent
after
track.
All I Want Is You, which is called Poppy.
Poppy.
Different way to spell that.
Yeah, right. I don't be meaning the poppy seed. I don't know, no pun intended, but man, dope track.
And the last track, final track, Face in the Crowd.
Hey man, really impressive way to close out the album, mixtape, whatever. But you get my drift.
Yeah, I keep it real. My favorite joint on the album really was Nikes on My Feet. I love that song.
I have to say, definitely with it's neck and neck with Nikes on My Feet and All I Want Is You.
Yeah, All I Want Is You, Nikes on My Feet.
Yeah.
Sound about right, bro.
Yeah, like those through it's already been a decade plus. That's crazy. Them songs stayed in the rotation and definitely just made me a fan of Mac Miller. I admit I still have to check out more of his other releases that came following this and all.
Man, he
So
got so much good music, man. Mac got so much good music.
definitely gone too soon and all, man. And man,
He's got a mixtape. I forget the name of this shit. They just dropped it on Apple recently too. The same way they dropped the kids one after a while they dropped this one. Faces. Faces
okay.
is a real good album, man. It's a real good mixtape, bro. Faces showed me the separation and the skill that Mac Miller had because on this mixtape you start hearing him with more of the industry cats and etc. He has a song on here that I motherfucking love, Insomniac with Rick Ross.
Hey.
It's fucking amazing. But yeah, shout out to Mac Miller, Rostam Records, Chevy Woods, Wiz Khalifa, Pittsburgh in general. Mac was a big activist for Pittsburgh. This mixtape, Kids, is fucking amazing. I love the fucking cover flip.
Same. Yeah, kicking incredibly dope shit. 92 to infinity, man.
Yeah, that's
Rest
track.
well. Rest well. Well, Mac was born 92. That's
Yeah,
why I threw it
yeah,
out
yeah.
there. But I got rest well, man. And Mac once again hit like, comment, subscribe. Take your damn nutty professor finger and hit that like button. Hit that bell. Show love to Billins World. We in season 4, man.
So if you guys need any smoking merch, rolling papers, glow trays, grinders, anything like that, we got some new smoking papers in too. Rolling papers, King Slim size. Hit mylineaccessories.com if you guys need new fly vintage urban clothing. Go to jiggymafia.com and order
Show
away.
some love.
Make sure you check out Billins World on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and many other podcast hosts. Yeah, that's it.